Welcome back to another great training. I want to absolutely congratulate you for going halfway. After this training, you're not going to be at the halfway mark. So congratulations. I want to thank you for being a part of this 30-day Realtor Marketing Challenge. You only have 15 more days to go to complete this challenge, and you're gonna have your complete Realtor marketing machine so you can dominate any local market that you want. So today we're going to talk about how to select a city to farm. Farming is one of the very first things that every single broker will tell you to do when you join your real estate company. So basically, farming, for those of you that are completely brand new or are probably in the process of getting your realtor license and you don't even know what farming is. Farming is selecting a certain area, certain neighborhood, a couple hundred homes, between 500 and 1,000 homes, and you basically just do marketing on that neighborhood, on those a certain number of homes over and over and over again, and you basically try to dominate that area, get people to know you, build a relationship. So you want them to know you, like you, and trust you, because that's how people will do business with you. They have to know you, so you have to send them constant marketing, usually in a weekly basis and definitely in a monthly basis. You send them market reports and things like that, what's going on with the city. You create events in the city. So you want them to know you, you want them to like you by giving them free stuff, by doing things for them, free services, and then you want them to trust you by making sure that they know that you know what you're doing, that you are the best real estate agent for them in that area. So you basically have to establish yourself as the market expert in that location. So before we start the training, like always, if you have any questions, go to the Facebook group and register for the webinar. You already know this, so I'm not gonna go into that, but please ask your questions. Don't get stuck and don't give up. All right, so what is digital farming? So there's a big saying that says you reap what you sow. So you basically like I mentioned, is choosing an area where you always constantly go out there, you send mailers, you do postcards, you walk and door knock, and you're basically on people's face because you're trying to build that relationship so they can know you, like you, and trust you, and then do business with you. So with digital farming, we can actually farm an entire city. And you can actually farm a lot more than that, but I don't recommend going over one city at a time. So you gotta farm one city at a time, dominate that local city, and then you can go on to another city later on. Okay, so what is digital farming? The old way of farming, once again, is like I told you, you basically send direct mail, you can send postcards, business cards, flyers, door hangers, you create events, neighborhood events, you do garage sales for people. You need to be involved in the community so that they get to know you in a certain community, and you're just hitting that community over and over and over again until they know you enough, they like you enough, they trust you enough for you to get some business from them. All right, so that is what the old way of farming was. Now there's a new way you could do farming, and it's called digital farming. You can do it with Facebook ads. You can do it with as little as $5 a day as well, because just like I told you, you can create ads with as little as $5 a day, probably even less than that, but I wouldn't recommend anything less than $5 a day, to be honest with you. You can create video ads for pennies per view, like I mentioned on the other training. That means that you can get hundreds and thousands of views for very low budget per month. So you can really show your ad, show your face to a lot of people in very, very little time, versus you having to spend hundreds of dollars with a marketing campaign, with a direct mail marketing campaign. So for example, if you wanted to send out, let's say, 1,000 postcards, and each postcard costs you around 75 cents with postage and printing and everything, then you would be spending $750 just to mail out to 750 people. So only 750 people will have the opportunity to view your Facebook, your direct mail postcard, right? So only 750 people will have an opportunity. They will get the postcard, and they'll have the opportunity to get to know you, for you to basically show your face and try to get them to know you through postcards. So you're only doing 1,000 people, and from those 1,000, some of them are going to be undeliverable, so it's going to be less than 1,000, and then some of those people are just going to get the mail and throw it away, so they're not going to see it. So it's going to be much less than 1,000. So now you're only actually being in front of less than 1,000 people, and you're spending $750. And if you do that every month, then you're spending close to $1,000 just for postcards. If you want to add something else like a newsletter of a market report, then man, that's gonna, you're gonna be out another grand minimum. And doing a newsletter is gonna cost you a lot more than 75 cents. So you're gonna be out like over $2,000 every single month. And if you want to do it on a weekly basis, then oh my God, you're gonna need thousands of dollars in budget. So that's the biggest challenge in real estate that a lot of people can't do. And that's why sometimes when you start in real estate, you choose a very small farm, 250 to 500 homes, because you can't afford to be going out there or spending a lot of money in print advertising, which is pretty expensive. All right, so versus using Facebook ads, you can get to 5,000 people. You can actually get to your face and guaranteed views from Facebook where somebody actually saw your face. At least they saw it. They saw your ad. If you put your face on your ad, that means they saw your face in the ad for about $200, and you can do that in about a week. All right, so the difference is huge. You can hold digital open houses as well with these, but right now we're talking about digital farming. So 5,000 people seeing your face in the city for $200, and you can spend what you would spend for sending a postcard to 1,000 people, which was $750 in a month. You can spend that in a month with Facebook ads and be able to show those same 5,000 people 4 times. You can show your face 4 times. A lot of these 5,000 people are going to see your ad multiple times, but you can at least guarantee that if you do the same ad for every week, once a week, and you spend $200 each week, that's $800. It's almost what's going to cost you to send out 1,000 postcards. And like I mentioned, you're not even going to hit 1,000 people. 1,000 people are not going to see your postcard because some of them are going to be undeliverable. Some of them are going to be thrown in the trash. So they're not even going to see you. With Facebook ads, it's per view. Somebody actually has to be scrolling down and your ad is right in front of them. And that is what you're paying for, per the view of that ad. And if your face is there, they're seeing your face. And if you're doing it 4 times a week, where you're spending $800, which is almost the same thing for 1,000 postcards, then you're actually going to be in front of people 4 times every month. So imagine doing that for a whole year. How many times are you going to be in front of those people? People are going to start to recognize you. You're going to start, being able to reach those people for very, very cheap. You can create market reports and market updates via Facebook ads and use those as the farming, digital ads. Just record yourself a little video saying your name, who you are, and you saying that you're the expert, and then what's going on with the market, how many homes sold, what the median price is. So it could be 1 minute to 1.5 to 2 minute videos, short little videos, but you're just putting your face out there and you're building a relationship through ads, and you're going to create a celebrity effect with Facebook ads, so that when you do go out there and you are doing open houses and you're doing door knocking, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do door knocking. Absolutely not. You should do door knocking. That's good. That's always, you keep to the basics. Keep doing the basics. The basics are always essential. When all else fails, you go back to the basics, because that's what it has been proven to work, and that's what's going to continue working. But the problem is that, it takes time. The basics will take time. You just have to continue and be out there. Now, with doing things like this, that's just going to accelerate and increase. It's going to exponentially grow your results by adding these type of campaigns. All right, so instead of sending postcards, you start doing these campaigns, and then after a month of doing these campaigns, you start going out there and door knocking. Guess what? They're gonna know you. They're gonna recognize you because they've seen you multiple times. What about 6 months from now, when you're constantly farming that area through digital ads? 6 months from now, you've been in their face like 100 times or more. Then you think they're gonna recognize you? In that city, if you're only doing ads for that particular city, you think they're gonna recognize you? Well, what about 2 years from now? Real estate is a long-term play. I've said it before. I say it again. Real estate is a long-term play. So the longer you do this, the better it's going to be. The lower your cost is going to be, the higher percentage you're going to get, the more you're going to convert, the more you do it. It's like a snowball effect. It starts small, but it's the opposite with your budget. You start small because you're going to get small results, but you have to have a bigger budget. You have to spend more on ads. So ads go up and results are down, are low. But as time goes by, ad spend goes down, your budget goes down, and results go up. You start getting more results for less money. And then you start getting, we're not even mentioning any referrals and anything like that, but you start getting organic customers, organic views, organic visits, where you no longer have to be spending a lot of money on ads. But imagine 10 years from now, I've been doing real estate for 15 years. Imagine if I would have started on year 1 doing this kind of stuff. How much do you think I would be spending on paid ads, today? Everyone in my city would know me. Everywhere I would go would know me. And that's what you want to know. That's what you want to get to. You want to be the celebrity. That's what I mean when I say celebrity. You're going to be seen as the celebrity. Oh, that's a guy that's always on Facebook. Oh, that's the guy that's always on video. That's a realtor that's always teaching this. That's a realtor that's always posting just listed home. Oh, that's the realtor that is very busy because he's always doing something on Facebook. He's always showing new things that he's doing, new homes that he's showing, new things, new training, new everything. They're gonna recognize you. People are gonna recognize you, and then people are gonna be going to you to do business. They're gonna be looking to you because you're gonna be establishing that expert status in your local market. You're gonna be the guy. This is how we dominate, you guys. This is how you're going to dominate your market. The longer you do it for, the easier it's gonna get. And you're gonna be the celebrity realtor because everybody's gonna know you in your marketplace, in your local area. You're going to be able to dominate an entire city with this. So I know you're probably thinking, if you know about Facebook ads, there's a lot of changes that Facebook has done, and you can't get very specific. You can't even target a city. You used to be able to target a zip code and even a specific area. Not anymore with housing ads, but there's still ways that we can do it. There's still different tactics that you still get results, right? So don't worry. There's still ways for us to get results and do digital farming and get very specific and targeted. So all you have to do is just, do exactly as I say, and just do all of this. All right. So what do you need to be able to do those kind of ads? It's the same thing as, running regular Facebook ads. Obviously, we are going to be running Facebook ads. So you need your Facebook profile, you need your Facebook business page, and you need your Facebook ads account so that we can start running those ads. So you're always going to remain top of mind with highly targeted prospects. So in the area that you want to dominate, the city that you want to dominate, you're always going to be showing ads to those people over and over and over again. And they're going to get to know you, and you're going to be the expert. So for example, to be able to create a digital farming campaign, you need 2 ads minimum. You're going to need 2 ads minimum. And the one ad is going to be, it could be like a market report, or it could be a just listed home, just something like the ad on the left hand side. This is an ad that I created for an agent in the company that I work for. So you can just create an ad like this. This is a just listed home. And then what I'm actually, let's pretend that the agent is the same for this one and it's the same for the one on the right. So the one on the right is not an ad. That's just a screenshot of a website of one of the top agents in, I believe it's in Brea, Fullerton area. This guy pretty much dominates that area, and you know, I mean, he does a great job at marketing. He has a lot of years in that area, and he basically dominates that area. So imagine if this guy, if this agent is marketing the same area, or maybe he wants to dominate another area because he's already dominated in one. But if he's running this type of ad, the one on the left, and you know, it's just listed, but instead of having just that, he has his face. You know, there's a lot of agents that don't like to have their face on the ads, but I always highly recommend that you add your face on the ad. You know, if you feel comfortable, because you want to be known in your marketplace. You want people to recognize your face when you're walking around and you're doing open houses. You want people to know who you are. Oh, you're the guy that's always on Facebook. Yeah, exactly. It just makes it easier for you to start talking to people. You know, people start talking to you instead of you talking to them. So that's the way that you do it. So for example, let's say that this guy on the right, he has a ad like the one on the left running of a just listed home, and he has his face like he does at the top. You know, he has that on the left hand side or the right hand side of this house. Or a little banner below with, you know, something that says just listed and then his face on the left. Then people are going to start recognizing him, right? They're going to see his ad. People are going to click on the ad to see more information. And then let's say that he runs the ad on the right. You know, he runs the ad on the right, and this is a video, because this is a testimonial video of their experience with him. These people that are right here on that video right there on the right. So for example, let's say that he runs that video as an ad to everybody that clicked on this ad on the left. You know, he added his pixel to the ad and to the website, and when people landed on the page, at the property page, the pixel tracked them down, and now they're being added to his digital list. So now this guy, you know, he doesn't have a relationship with those people. Maybe he doesn't have a relationship with those people that are clicking on the ad. You know, maybe they know him, maybe they don't. But in order to build a stronger relationship, he does a retargeting ad. He does a farming campaign where he continues showing different types of ad to those people who already are clicking on homes that are being listed in that particular city only. And so he's doing this ad, and these people on the right is a video testimonial of them selling their home or buying their home in that same city. So now he's showing this ad on the right of a video of people that had a very great experience with this agent, and he's showing it to these people who click on the ad on the left, you know, so the people that he doesn't have a strong relationship with. You know, what does that start to do? You know, he shows them this ad, and these people, these people that click on the ad on the left are gonna start seeing this ad on the right with the agent's face on it also, and it's gonna say, check out the great testimonials of people who have worked with me before. So now the people that are on the left that just clicked on the ad because they like the home, now they're starting to see ads of this agent with his stuff. You know, for example, this testimonial video, now his credibility starts going up because now people are seeing what he actually does and the results that he can accomplish. You know, he's seeing it. Other people are saying how great he is. He doesn't have to say how great he is. You know, that's one of the worst things that you can do as an agent. Say, oh, I can do this, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you, I'm going to do this for you. You know, that's not going to help. It's much better and more effective when other people say how great you are. So by showing a testimonial video, let's say he has 10 of these videos, and he runs one of these ads every week to these people, or one of these ads every month to these people. You know, a new testimonial and a new testimonial video. And these guys that clicked on the ad on the left, you know, when they're ready to buy, if they live in that city and they know that this guy, this agent on the right hand side, he dominates that area, he knows what he does, and now they're seeing that there's a lot of people that are happy with the way he does business. Do you think he's now going to have a lot more advantage over those prospects, over that city? Do you think he's likely to dominate even more that city by doing this type of campaigns? Of course he is, because now though he's being super highly targeted. He's farming his city only. He's showing those ads to only people in that area, and only people that have raised their hand and have seen the ad. So it's farming and it's retargeting all combined, and it's Facebook advertising, everything combined. Now we're combining everything. You know, he has his name, his professional picture, like he does right there. He does a great job with that. He has a really awesome basically logo of his name, you know, Alex Horowitz. He has a unique name, which probably helps him, because, you know, when you see it, you know it's him. Basically, it differentiates him, makes him unique. And, you know, so he does a great job. He has everything basically that he does. I don't know if he's doing Facebook ads or not, but he should if he's not. And he's going to have even more results. He's going to dominate even more. So he's going to be a scary agent to be able to go in there. I promise you that nobody's going to want to go into his area if he starts doing this kind of stuff. You know, right now, I'm sure agents even think about it twice to go into his area, because he dominates that area. But if he starts doing this kind of stuff that I'm talking about, doing retargeting ads and farming ads like that, oh my God, he's gonna be unstoppable, untouchable. Nobody's gonna be able to touch his area, because he's gonna be the man, because he's already the man, but in that area. But he's gonna be a lot more, basically he's gonna have a lot more power over that area. He's gonna be able to dominate, and agents are not even gonna think about going into that area, because they know they're not gonna be able to compete with him. All right, so that is the power, and that's where you want to get to. That's where you want to get to in your neighborhood, in your local area, in your city. And that's who you want to be, somebody like this guy, and doing this type of ads. So by creating these type of ads, doing farming and retargeting, that's how you're going to reach that status, that point. And people are not going to want to mess with you. Agents are not going to want to mess with your area. They're going to be afraid to go into your area, because you know, they're going to know you have a strong grip, a strong hold of that area, a strong relationship, and you can build that through these type of ad campaigns, you know. So everything's being strategically done to be able to help you dominate. Hopefully it all makes sense. It's all making sense now, how you're actually going to dominate. You know, this is not just something, this is not a word that I just, you know, got out of the air and say, oh, you're going to dominate your market. You know, just keep sending flyers, keep sending postcards, go do door knocking. No, this thing actually works. And you could do it fast too. You don't need to be farming an area for 10 years. You know, there's people that farm an area, they send a newsletter for months and sometimes even years before they actually get a deal out of that area, because if there's other agents dominating that area, man, it's going to be super hard for you to go into that area. So you also have to pick an area where there's not an agent that's, you know, dominating, like the guy that I showed you. You know, I mean, if you are already competing in that market, then by all means, you can go ahead and compete with him. You know, if he's not doing this kind of ads, you can beat him out. But if he's doing this kind of ads, it's going to be hard for you to beat him. So I would just go into another market. Like I said, I wouldn't touch that. And that's the effect that we want to create. We want to create an effect where people are afraid of us. They're not going to want to touch our markets, because we're so strong on our relationship by doing all these type of ads. All right, so if you have any questions, we're getting into the advanced stuff. We're getting into the more advanced stuff. So I know you might be getting a lot more questions, but if you're loving this training, if you're getting value from it, please go ahead and give us your feedback on our Facebook group. Ask us all the questions and register for the next live webinar, because we're gonna start creating trainings on the webinars for things like this, where we're gonna go into more detail, and I'm gonna create trainings on some of these trainings that we're doing in these 30 days, where I'm getting a lot of more questions and more confusion, so that you can ask any questions that you have and anything that you're getting stuck on. Maybe I can help you get unstuck through this live webinar. And then if you're not able to get unstuck through asking questions on Facebook or the webinar, then I'm going to be giving you a direct contact where you can contact me and I can help you personally to get through this, because there's no realtor left behind with me. No realtor is going to be left behind. You're going to build your marketing machine if you are going through this training, because I need a huge result percentage, a huge result base with this training, because I need good stats for this training so that I can sell this training for hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars, you know, a couple thousand to other agents that go through this training after you. but you don't have to worry about that right now because you're getting free access to this training, and you should take advantage. Don't take it for granted, because again, it took me hundreds and thousands of dollars to be able to learn what I'm teaching you, and it took me a lot of years, basically the last 10 years, to be able to come up with this kind of stuff and actually come up with it and put it in a way where I can pretty much teach it to you so you can just duplicate and get results quickly. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you on the next training.